What's going on, guys? KingSchratz here, back in another video on the channel, and today we took it back to another highest rated. It's Sushi Sunday, highest rated sushi place in my area. We have been there a grand total of 3 times now. One time I did an eating contest, and the other time was just because I was trying it. But I wanted to go there again. I just had a sushi craving. Highest rated sushi, like I said, in my area is known as Kaya Asian Fusion Bar. Is located in Lodi, New Jersey, and it has a 4.7 star rating out of about 140 some odd ratings, which is very good. I know people have eaten there. I've eaten there a bunch of times, and I guess they're pretty new when it comes to DoorDash or something because they don't have a lot of ratings. But I remember on Grubhub they were up over 1,000. It was about a 4.5. But I didn't look that up. But we got a couple of things I just wanted to check in, you know, have a little sushi and chill. Ironically, the majority of my meal is not sushi because they do Asian fusion. They have Thai, they have seafood boils, and a lot of other things, but I haven't tried their hibachi stuff, so got myself a nice little hibachi dinner here. I got chicken and salmon hibachi dinner with the vegetables and the noodles, and of course, let's take a look at it. So you got our chicken, got our veggies, the noodles in the back. I love this little bento box thing like this, with the veggies chilling in the front. Smells really good. I gotta get into this real quick. Oh yeah, it comes with 2 shrimps too. It said it on the thing. Also, why am I grabbing the shrimp first? What is that, velvet? Let me get that with the noodles though. Let me get that with the noodles. Let me get the shrimp in here. Jesus. Don't make fun of my chopsticks handling techniques, please. Oh, the noodles are fantastic. I feel like I have to give a disclaimer every single time, but I played football in college. I've had a bunch of finger injuries, and I have 2 fingers that dislocate, so it's very hard for me to grip chopsticks, but I'm stupid, and I still continue to eat with them. Wait, let's try this salmon, too. Got a lot of shrimp, a lot of salmon, a lot of seafood. Hibachi salmon. I feel like it's not the same when you don't get it, when you're like actually sitting with the lily, like ting 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 ting, but oh, I love that bark on there. It's like you can't duplicate what you get from that flat top, the hibachi. So it's got a nice crust on it. Alright, let's try this chicken. Dub. With the noodles though, it's definitely just like a different vibe when you don't, you know, get it when you're actually at the table. Still very good. There's one thing I won't do though. You know how people let them, okay. You know how people let them, they be like squirting and you're not gonna squirt in my mouth, bro. Like, nah. That's like my one thing. They've tried me. I just be looking at them like, why do you always want to do that? Let me know in the comments. Do you, this sounds like so sus coming out of my mouth. Do you let the hibachi people squirt in your mouth? With the oil and the wine? I just be looking at them. Love these veggies too. This is hitting right now. I do want to try my sushi too though. Different cup today. Got the Goonies. Might be too, what's the word? Old for some of y'all. What? The Goonies was one of my favorite movies as a kid. I wasn't like born when it came out, because it came out in the 80s, but my sister used to watch it all the time, and so did my dad. So, of course, I only had one TV in the house, I'm finna watch too. And if you don't know what it's about, it's like a fantasy film a little bit. It's like this group of like young kids that end up on a hunt for like pirate treasure, basically, and they're getting chased by like these bad guys. But it's very memorable. If you've seen the Goonies, like, you know the vibe. But you know, when I saw that cup, I had to get it. Doesn't fit my horror theme though, but like Goonies was. A lot of those actors actually ended up having like pretty successful Hollywood careers too. The kid who played the lead role of Mikey ended up being in a lot of big movies after that. Lord of the Rings, Rudy, he's in Stranger Things. So, you know, Corey Feldman, we don't know who that is. Very successful, especially in like the 80s. But Josh Brolin, actually, too, who you might not know, but you're all familiar with, because unless you live under a rock, you've probably seen the Avengers, and he plays Thanos. Obviously, he's the purple guy with the testicle chin, but that's his likeness, his face, and his voice. He actually plays... what was the name of that movie? I want to say Josh, but I don't remember it. It's been a while since I've seen the Goonies, but still let it cup. Anyway, you know how to get my regulars. Got my sushi over here. So we got spicy tuna, spicy salmon, and spicy yellowtail. And in the back is what they called a Lodi monkey roll. They always got them little crazy names, but what it has on it, spicy tuna, pepper tuna, salmon, wasabi sauce, spicy mayo, and crunch on the top. I love crunch. I love like specialty rolls. I always get wild specialty rolls. Like, the wilder the better. But you can see that pepper tuna sitting right in the middle. I know a lot of y'all don't like sushi, but I still appreciate y'all coming out. That's fantastic, bro. Like, the spice from the pepper tuna, that wasabi sauce in there. Oh yeah. And if you don't know, I don't really use like condiments on my sushi. I do eat the ginger though. So a lot of times you'll see me get in between. But I don't really use wasabi. I don't really use soy. Though I do want to try, I'm not going to do it though. I saw a video on TikTok. I'll be on TikTok, bro. I can't believe it's so addictive. You know, I feel like a lot of people, including myself, when it first came out, was like, you know, that's for Gen Zers, not us millennials. What is on my chin, bro? That was super sus. But the more I watched stuff, the more I saw people older than me. You know, people in 30s, 40s, you name it. But I just thought it was for like teenagers, you know. But a lot of useful stuff, a lot of entertaining stuff. But anyway, I saw this video. There's a dude on there where, like, I can't tell if he's like small. He looks pretty short, not that it matters, but he plays like this like scary music, and he's like mad, like just standoffish. Like, he's always like just like he got issues with someone. But I'm not saying that in a negative way. It's entertaining. I know he's kind of like playing into a role and stuff, but he decided he was gonna make his own eating challenge. Maybe I'll try it one day, but today is not the day. Where you had to eat like a big hunk of wasabi and then drink a soda with it. But I laughed my ass off this video because my man put the wasabi in his mouth, start choking immediately and spit it out. He's like, his eyes was red. If you've never had wasabi, it'll definitely get to you. Now, this much wasabi is a lot of wasabi when you put it on your sushi. And I put it on one of my rolls. I usually don't put it on there, but like this amount, here, Yeah, let's turn up. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I know people think I'm gonna. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. But like this right here, y'all see that hunk right there? That's a lot. And just that, I'm like, you know, it clears the sinuses. I don't think it's like spicy, but if you eat a hunk of it, it'll get you. So you try to do it, and it worked out too well. But it was funny as hell. And I kind of know how it feels because that video he did, it was on my For You page, right? And it got like 2 million likes or views or one or the other. Doesn't matter, a lot. And I know how that goes because y'all like seeing people in pain. Some of my highest viewed videos are my eating challenges. If I have like a top 20, I just eat a lot of wasabi. That's what I'm saying. This whole hunk is still here. I'll probably have enough to put on my pinky thumbnail and I notice it right away. But if I had like a top 20, I would say like 15 of them are eating challenges. Something like that. It's close. Between 10 and 15, somewhere in there. Was this yellowtail? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know my highest viewed one is the thigh stop one. I said it the other day. Which is like, it's not even close. I think it's like 80,000 some odd views, which for me, you know, I haven't been on YouTube for a while and I haven't had anything go like crazy super, you know, people saw like 1 million views, like, whoo, I'm not ready for that. A KFC donut sandwich review. I think it's third. And second is the first time I ever tried Indian food. That video is still getting a ton of views. And I don't know. It's crazy because, you know, for people who have been here for a while, no. That was one of my foods that I was afraid to try. I'm so glad I did because it was good. And you guys enjoyed watching it. But and the spicy challenges, and those are my highest view though. Other than those bit. And last but not least, I got this on purpose. Last week, I made fried rice and had pineapple in it. And people were like, I've never heard of that. Like, who would put pineapple in fried rice? This is pineapple fried rice. So, this, let me kind of, you know how it comes to being like broken down. You can see it right in the middle. Boom. Pineapple shrimp, pineapple fried rice. And I said that when I made the video, but I got the idea from going to hibachi places the first time I tried it. Now this one has, I don't know what the hell these are. They smell, can someone tell me? Because I know y'all be like on it and I'm not on it. But what is this? It smells like a date or an apricot or like something in that genre. But I have no idea what it is, but we finna find out because I'm gonna eat it. I don't care. So let's make sure we get some of these pineapples in here. That's a shrimp tail. We don't want to eat that. Some people do eat the shrimp tails though, huh? I mean, I don't like that texture. So we got some of them on there. Damn, that pineapple is super fresh. It overpowers everything. All right, I'm gonna eat one of these bad boys by themselves. Here, let me just pick it up my finger. What the hell is that? Same, like, definitely like a raisin-esque texture and taste, but I don't think it's a raisin. Somebody can be like, actually, and I know y'all be getting me because I'm stupid. Let me get this shrimp. But they almost got like because this is a Thai fusion. Compared to the other hibachi places I've had, this one's like, got a hint of sticky. This is crack. The pineapple's super fresh too. Like, you can tell they just cut that. You can can tell the difference immediately. That's so good. You know, I'm not gonna sit here. I buy the pineapple that's already cut. Not in a can, but like when you go to like the produce section, you know, like where all like the fruits and shit is. I buy those, and they come like in, because I don't feel like cutting all that. I'd be lazy. There's a meal, bro. I'm glad I did this. I needed this. You know, things are starting to dry up again, which is good for people who, like, if you don't watch the news. I talked about it the other day, but this area, I live in New Jersey, but where I live is maybe like 10 miles outside of New York, of Manhattan. And I'm sure you guys probably have saw like on the news or internet that I don't want to eat that shrimp tail. Oh, I didn't got one. Say less. We got smacked by like flooding all the way down to Philly. Philly's about an hour away from me drive-wise. So this restaurant is actually in the heart of Lodi, which I'm familiar with. I live very close to Lodi. And where this place is I made that struggle move video, and I talked about like the supermarket I always go to. Kaya is like a block away from that supermarket, and it's like in a floodplain. So you can still see when you go over there that like the water's been taken care of, but it was underwater. And that whole area, we had hurricanes twice in the last 10 years. We had Sandy, which was like a crazy one, and then Irene was 2 years before that. And every time in that area, I mean, like, there's an overpass. Like up to the overpass is water. Like, it was just wild, like stuff you've never seen before. And that area is notorious for flooding. So, kind of wanted to get over there, and I know they probably lost a little business or whatever. I was like, yo, some Kaya. That's why I picked it. It's a win-win for me because I get to stuff my face. I get to talk to y'all. Shrimp tail. And from what it looked like, there was people in there too, which is good. You know, there was supposed to be a hurricane that was going to make its way here. But it's going to stay out in the ocean, which is good. Because we can't handle that. We ain't built for that over here. Mm-mm. It's even worse here. When we get hit, I mean, it was just rain. It wasn't even like a true hurricane this time. And we got smacked because our infrastructure is not built for like that kind of flooding, that kind of downpour, that kind of wind. So it is a lot worse here than normal, which is the crazy part about like the Sandy. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. That day, bro. Ooh, that was the worst. The bad part was we got hit with a hurricane a year before, which is Hurricane Irene. People braced for the worst. But the Irene damage wasn't as bad as people thought it was going to be, even though it was bad. And that was like the worst thing that could have happened, because when Sandy came, everybody was like, no big deal. Because I didn't even lose power during Hurricane Irene. Sandy, I lost power in the first hour it hit. They're like, yeah, here's our gone. So I had power for like maybe like 2.5, 3 weeks. And you couldn't get gas. That was the worst for me, but I know other people that like lost everything, which is even worse. So I never really want to complain. I was just kind of telling y'all what it's like. And I know people who live down south, like, y'all deal with this stuff all the time, and it's bad. Mother Nature's scary, bro. I don't like that. I don't play with that stuff. Like, we've had mad tornado warnings, which we don't get. I went to school out in the Midwest, and we had tornado warnings like every other day in the summer. I went in like, I actually saw one of the highest, this isn't cap either, one of the highest recorded F5 tornadoes was when I was in school. And the town that got hit with it was a town over from my school. And they're just now like getting back on their feet. That was bad. Like, we went over there to help. And it looked like a scene from a movie. You know, like people, like the whole town's gone. Crazy. I won't be liking this Mother Nature stuff, bro. She's scary. Stay her ass to see. I don't even know what I like the most. Everything's just ridiculously good. If you get a chance though, and you like pineapple, get pineapple fried rice if you buy Hibachi joint. I'm telling you, life changing. So good. Like that sweet with the salty from the, you know, obviously the oil. And this one got like a sticky to it. Oh yeah. Say less. All of it. Delicious, man. I just kind of want to check in. I'm not going to finish all this because I don't eat the full meal when it comes to like stuff like this. I try not to eat a lot of like fried stuff. Somebody said last time, they're like, yo, that's not even a lot of food. It's not. Calorie wise, it is though. You know, the difference between fried rice and regular rice is like night and day. There's oil in here and all kinds of, you know, soy sauce, and, you know, some have oyster sauce and some have sugar, depending on which ones they use. And I try not to load up on that stuff because then I feel like super nasty. It's another reason why I haven't really done a lot of eating challenges recently. It's because I even though it wasn't a big deal for me, like, excuse me, I didn't necessarily like the sodium. I've explained it before, but when I was doing eating challenges like every week, the next day, like, your hands swell up, like that kind of stuff. It wasn't like a stomach thing or even a health thing. It was just that. Like, I just didn't like that feeling. And it started to affect my workouts. And I mean, you can't even grab stuff because you be, you know. So, I'll probably start doing them again, maybe like once every other week or something like that. Now that the restaurants are starting to all open back up. I do want to start doing them again though. Because they were fun. I like to challenge myself, but I can't do them every week like that. Bad idea. But anyway, I'm gonna head out and watch Power. The 50 Cent of Raising the Lou, whatever. I'm gonna watch that. And maybe Love After Lockup, bro. Yeah, I watch that, bro. I do. Trash TV, bro. Gotta watch it. So, I'm gonna head on out. I'm gonna watch those. And I'm gonna be back in the kitchen tomorrow. You know the vibes. Unless something new comes out. Back in the kitchen. I love y'all, man. Just wanted to check in. I love y'all. Anyway, hand signs. They made it to YouTube.